Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am scrapping some older photos of my daughter. Every year when she was younger, I would take her to go get some photos taken around the time of her birthday, and I kind of wish I would have stuck to that. I actually think this was the last year that we did this. Today I'm lucky if I can take some myself in the backyard. She's 12 and she's getting to that age where she really hates to be in photos. But along the way, I've learned that a little bribe goes a long way. Anyways, on this layout, I am using a pink and black butterfly pattern paper by the Paper Studio, which I purchased at Hobby Lobby. I wanted to stick to black and pink, and instead of pulling in more busy pattern paper, I brought in a light pink watercolor paper and then solid black and solid pink glitter paper from Recollections. Now, I started this layout with a little bit of a plan. I knew that it was going to be a double layout, so I wanted to almost mirror the paper design, except using more of the pattern paper on one side than the other to almost showcase the beautiful butterflies without overdoing it. What I did was trim 2 strips of the black solid paper at 1.5 inches wide, and then the light pink watercolor paper is 1 inch wide on both sides, and then the large cut of the butterfly paper is 6.5 inches wide, where the other strip measures 2.5 inches. There is a darker pink strip that goes across both pages. One is 3 by 12 inches and the other is a 3 by 10. I decided the photos needed a little bit of help standing out, so I bordered them first with white cardstock and then again with black glitter cardstock. Now, these borders don't have exact measurements. What I did was just eyeballed it, and whatever looked good to me is what I committed with. Now, being new at scrapbooking, that means that I have a lot of pictures in boxes and devices, and my challenge that I'm having is finding all the photos that pair. I finished this layout, and while I was searching for new photos for my next layout to scrap, I found another one that actually pairs with this collection. So I added it, and you'll all see it at the end. It kind of just pops up on the left-hand lower corner by the title. However, it misses its debut on this process. So now that I'm getting everything backed, I'm going to go back and but commit to the background. So I got to go ahead and adhere everything. Now, on the watercolor paper that I'm adhering right now, I did cut it at 1 inch, but when I laid down the butterfly pattern paper, I thought it looked better when I did 1/2 inch. So I put it over to make it look like it's actually cut for 1/2 inch. And then I do the same for both sides, you guys. So once I get these all down, originally the larger butterfly paper was going to be on the left, but I'm going to have more photos on the right-hand side, so I kind of flipped them. And lucky for me, the pattern paper, it could shift in any angle and still give the same effect. Now, once everything's adhered, I get the pictures back on. I didn't adhere the pink strip. I don't know how low or how high I want it. So I play with that for a little bit, and then eventually I just commit to a placement. If I didn't commit, it was just going to be up and down, up and down. So once I commit to that, then I can commit to the placement of the photos. Now, there is, on the top right-hand corner, there's an open space, and I didn't necessarily want to build a cluster there. So I use it as a journaling opportunity. I don't know about you guys, but I find journaling to be a little hard. I don't know what to put on the layout. I don't know. I mean, is there a rule on what has to be on the journaling aspect? I know a lot of YouTubers, they do dates and then they do like what's going on in the picture and how they felt. But when it comes to my older pictures, trying to go back to how it felt is a little hard. But let me know. How's journaling for you guys? Maybe it's just me. I won't know it's not just me because I've heard it. I've heard a lot of people struggle. Well, anyways, sorry, back to the footage here. Now, I do apologize, you guys. Unfortunately, I lost some footage on me doing the butterflies. But what I did was I brought in my die cuts from Close to My Heart. First, I cut a solid silhouette butterfly in black glitter paper, and then the butterfly itself that gives the page dimension, that one is from the pink paper that I used going across the 2 pages. Now, I love these die cuts because they bring in some nice dimension. If Close to My Heart still has them, I'll link them below. And I do apologize, you guys. I didn't do any of my links on my last video. If you guys were looking for that, go back to it because they're there now. I apologize. I completely forgot to do it. But below in my description here, I'll have all of the items that I was able to locate. I also did my my title in the Cricut workspace. I just chose a font and then I offset it. The offset portion is in black cardstock and then the font itself is in the pink, and then I just glued it. It can be a little bit tedious, but sometimes the end product is well worth it. Now I'm just trying to figure out how I want the title. I'm not sure if I wanted it to do like a staircase look or kind of centered the way that I have it. So what I did was I took some time away from it. I pushed it aside. I pulled in some stamps. These stamps, I don't know where they're from or what they're called. My mom just handed them to me the other day, and I ended up using the stamp that says Sweet Girl, and I turned that into almost like a ribbon. But for now, it stays as a circle cut, and I did use my Circle Infinity die cuts for that one. The journaling card too, that one, you guys saw me back that with the black glitter paper. I did that just so that everything could be cohesive because everything was getting backed with the black cardstock. I also bring in this stamp from Not Just for Boys. It says Be Uniquely You. I first tried it on a sample cardstock paper just because it is a new stamp and I wasn't sure how it was going to stamp. And I didn't want to mess up my hard worked layout. And have to build like a larger cluster there to hide it. Or actually, I probably could have just pulled up the picture. But either way, I practiced first. I brought in these heart stickers. I think, I'm not going to commit. I don't know where I purchased them. They're just part of my collection. And then I used 2 different sizes for each cluster. And then I also bring in some like bling dots. I don't know the brand on those as well. They were also in my stash. I think those were like really old. I think honestly, I think it was part of my daughter's like crafting collection, and I just used them because the pink tied in well. And I didn't have small black enamel dots or bling dots, so I used my Nuvo black drops to create little black dots in those clusters as well. Now, once I get these all down, this is going to be the layout, you guys, excluding that one picture, but you'll see it at the end. And I want you guys to know that it means a lot for me to be able to share this with you. And I want to thank you guys all for joining me. I really do appreciate it. So stay tuned for a few still shots at the end. And then also I'll be posting another video on Sunday. So until then, you guys take care and stay crafty. Bye.